Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong issue 1 heads to Metropolis, where Clark Kent has taken Lois Lane to the roof of the Daily Planet for a romantic dinner. Lois wonders why they are up there, and Clark reminds her that this is where they first met. Lois is aware, but was just ribbing Clark, finding his unlikely combination of awkward timidness and supermanly energy he exuded when they first met quite attractive. Clark thought that Lois looked quite intimidating and ready for whatever the world threw at her, and she left him in awe. She knows that she wasn't ready for either Clark or Superman as Clark drops to one knee, preparing to propose. Suddenly though, the city begins to rumble and shake as out of Hobbs Bay, Godzilla rises. 12 hours prior, Green Lantern and the Flash watch footage of Superman's various heroic deeds all over the Earth, thinking that he's really pushing himself to save the whole world at once. Hal wonders why he doesn't do this all the time, and Barry reminds him it's not something that's sustainable, since he's experienced it as well, since no matter how much you do and how hard you try, can't do it all, and you have to do as much as you can without burning yourself out, which is what Superman is doing. The arriving Supergirl reveals that it's because Clark is asking Lois to marry him, and then he's going on his first ever vacation. Flash figures that Kara is filling in for her cousin, making Hal quip that the League is nothing without an all-powerful Kryptonian up their sleeve. Kara sees Superman tracking something through Metropolis, recognizing it's a giant ape as Superman battles Titano. Flash knows that that ape has kryptonite lasers, rushing off to help the Man of Steel, asking Hal if he wants to race, but Hal vehemently declines, telling Kara that without powers, he could totally beat Barry. Flash races to Metropolis to back Superman up, but finds the hero has already dealt with Titano before he can get there. Flash accompanies Superman as he flies the unconscious villain to Stryker's Island, asking Clark how he feels about taking the big leap of marriage. Clark tells him that it feels right, and when he thinks of Lois and himself, he likes to see them together with kids, just like his ma and pa. Barry thinks that it sounds like the right move, remembering how his own parents' relationship was complicated. However, he does see a world where he and Iris could be married. However, he hasn't even told her that he's the Flash yet. Clark knows he'll get there, but there's no rush, as Green Lantern joins them, trying to tell Clark that what he's giving up when he gets married. Heroes meet with Wonder Woman at the prison, who hopes that Clark and Barry aren't listening to what Hal is saying. Hal doesn't believe that she heard him, but Diana didn't have to, knowing Hal all too well. The Lantern reveals that he stopped by to wish them an early congratulations on the marriage, brushing off Barry's accusation that he didn't think that Lois would go for it. Hal and Barry head off to grab lunch as Diana tells Clark that she is so happy for him and Lois, since they both deserve a good life together. Elsewhere, the Legion of Doom watches Titano is defeated by Superman, becoming sick of always losing to the hero and to the Justice League. Some wish to take the fight to the Justice League in open war, and Toyman thinks that it's easier said than done, but Black Manta reminds him that they have all of the resources and their combined intellect could come up with a solid plan. Captain Cold starts calling Manta Bugface, causing Cheetah to remind him that he's wearing a snowsuit inside. Giganta tells the group that they shouldn't even worry about masks since it's all so extra, but Snart reminds the woman that she is currently 30 feet tall when she could just be a regular sized person. Toyman thinks that this is why the League wins, since they actually get along and the Legion don't. The group try and come up with a plan, but the arriving Lex Luthor says he has one, revealing Titano was just a distraction and part of his master plan, asking the other villains to follow him to his chopper and dress warmly. Lex takes the villain to Superman's Fortress of Solitude, revealing that it took him 3 years and the greatest criminal mind of their time to find it. Toyman sees the security, not concerned with the robots, but Lex finds them works of art as Black Manta disables Kelex. Lex tells Giganta to take Kelex on board the chopper so they can study him back at base. The team pull down the 90-ton door and head inside Superman's trophy room, but Lex tells them that they are there for two specific items, a mother box and Orion's sled. Grodd thinks that these devices will kill the League, but Lex says that the mother box will allow them to trap the Justice League in the Phantom Zone. The team find the box, discovering each display has an ultrasonic alarm that only Superman can hear, an alarm that Toyman immediately sets off by grabbing a redstone amulet off of a display. Back in Metropolis, Clark welcomes Bruce over to his place, opening the door before Bruce can even knock. Clark shows him the ring he's going to give Lois, revealing that he actually financed it instead of using his powers to crush coal into diamond, and he doesn't need a loan or anything from Bruce. Bruce knows that she'll love it, and Clark immediately can tell that his friend didn't come over to offer him a loan or anything. Bruce assures Clark that he's there as a friend, but asks if he's sure he wants Lois to be in such close proximity to Superman and the dangers that come with being a hero, especially since she could be used as leverage against him. Clark knows that he can protect her just like he protects everyone else, and nothing is going to change. Before Bruce can give his congratulations though, Clark hears the fortress alarm, getting ready to race off, but Bruce stops him as he gets a call from Kara, who tells Clark to stay put since her and her team have it covered. The Justice League arrive at the Fortress of Solitude to find the Legion arguing with Toyman over setting the alarm. Lex doesn't think it will matter once they set up the mother box on Orion's sled as the Justice League attack. Flash takes the sled, but Captain Cold hits him with his cold gun, and as the team fight, Wonder Woman asks if this is meant to be some type of trap, but Cheetah thinks that she'll find out soon enough, as Toyman tosses one of his dolls at Hawkgirl, who merely smacks it away with her nth metal mace. The doll explodes, causing the nearby mother box to activate. The box's portal opens and sucks the Legion in as Justice League are protected by Green Lantern's shield. At the Daily Planet, Clark manages to pull Lois away from her story to get ready for their vacation. They head for the roof, making Lois wonder if Clark is flying them to wherever they are going as she finds the dinner Clark has laid out for them on the helipad. The Legion of Doom meanwhile find themselves in the middle of a jungle, but they would rather argue over whose fault it was that they got teleported there than find out where they are. Lex tells them that their energies would be better finding a way out of their situation, and Giganta spots a nearby structure a quarter-mile away, thinking it to be a military base of some kind. As they head through the jungle, Black Manta begins getting a lot of heat signatures, warning them to stay on guard. Suddenly, a skull crawler leaps out of the jungle at them, but before the Legion can react, Kong smashes it into the ground. Captain Cold erects a giant wall of ice between them and the monsters fighting, and they head into the facility nearby. But Grodd stays outside, shocked at the supposed ape god he has witnessed. In the facility, the team find a command center that is monitoring various monsters around the island. Lex finds a map which shows the world is very much like theirs, except this one has one extra landmass, an island called Skull Island. Grodd meanwhile tries to make contact with Kong with his telepathic abilities, thinking them to be kindred spirits, as the rest of the team look over the other monsters being monitored. Toyman is quite interested in all of them, especially in Godzilla, but Cheetah reminds him they aren't toys, but Toyman snaps at her, telling the group that these monsters are their ultimate toys and they can be used to fight the Justice League. Lex wonders how they even get these monsters back from this Earth to theirs, telling Winslow that the greatest mistake he ever made was letting the man on the Legion, ignoring him to try and find a way off the island. Toyman retrieves the amulet he stole from the fortress, saying that he wishes he could show the Legion his plan and make the monsters go and play with the Justice League. The amulet begins to glow brightly as back in Metropolis, Clark gets ready to propose to Lois, but the proposal is interrupted by Godzilla. Clark suits up and dashes off to confront the king of the monsters before he can do any damage to the city of tomorrow.